Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you getting into my weekly check-in. We are weekly checking in on the 9th through the 15th, which is today, the day I'm filming. And I'm excited to get into this because there's just not a lot here. We didn't do any spending. We stayed home. We used what was in our refrigerator, our freezer, and our pantry as far as meals went, and only had one eat out. So that is really good for us this week. It's a very slow, low spend month in January. Not that I want to participate in a low spend month, but this tends to happen because of the colder weather and just not wanting to get out of the house. Especially lately, we've had several inches of snow since the 5th of January, and the 12th was the first day back to church for us because this is when the snow began for us, and it's still cold. It's not really snowing. We might get some more this weekend as far as some cold front coming in, but that Arctic blast that I saw on the news, which most of the country is going to be, even as far as most of Texas, it's going to be a lot colder. So if you're on the East Coast and kind of the Eastern time zone and Central time zone, those kind of areas, we're going to get really cold. Maybe even further in the middle of the country. I don't know. So I'm praying that everybody stays safe and can get what they need and do what they need, but to be very careful out there. Now, our roads are pretty good. They've been clearing them and treating them and all that stuff. I still have ice and snow on my house and my yard and all the places. So it's been really, really cold. It was 9 degrees this morning. So if I hadn't already mentioned it, there it is again. But I am praying for those who are on the West Coast in LA and California, and the wildfires that are going on there and the Santa Ana winds that are blowing it, that the Lord protects and provides for everybody there. My heart goes out to all of you if you are there and your family's affected by that. So, I will be praying for all of you guys, as well as all of us getting into this Arctic cold that's not used to the cold, especially in the South. That just be careful and be safe. So anyways, we're going to move on from there, and we're going to get into the weekly check-in. So, I have my notes here, and there's not a lot. I have a little side note here, and we're just going to figure out how much I need to pay back the credit card. So the way I do my spending is I use my credit card, put everything on it for the week as far as my groceries, grocery household, restaurants, miscellaneous, gas, and copay, and any unbudgeted items. And so they're color coded here on these stickers, and this is everything that reflects in my checking account. So anytime I need to make those purchases, I track them here, and then I make one payment once a week to that credit card. Now let's go ahead and look at grocery household. So the first thing I have here in grocery household is on Sunday, I did a grocery pickup, and then I ordered something on Amazon as well. Those are the two grocery items here for some things that we needed for the week. And groceries, I spent $118.04. And then for my Amazon order, $21.18, that was some supplements that I just ordered on Amazon. My grocery store doesn't always carry the supplements that I need on the shelf. They either run out too quickly and I miss out or something like that. So it's about the same price as Amazon. It's close enough that I'll just go ahead and order it on Amazon and have it shipped than having to look and go to 10 different stores here. Well, I don't even have 10 stores, 3 or 4 stores here, and see if they have those supplements. So that's why I like doing it that way. And I always include like vitamin supplements or anything like that in my grocery household. So let's total these two numbers up, $118.04 and then the $21.18 there. And we only spent $139.22. Now, I know we didn't spend a lot and didn't go out a lot this past week, but my next grocery run is going to be a lot more than that because we've run through a lot of our stuff at home. So it'll even out by the end of the month on our grocery household, but I have dropped our numbers quite a bit as far as how much I'm giving us as a family to spend for the entire month in our spending categories than what we were used to in the previous year. So we're trying to get used to that, and I'm kind of glad that this is a slow start into those new numbers. So as things get busier, I can wrap my head around a little better on how to wait for certain things if I don't need them right away, and put them in another month instead of this current month. So those are the things I'm thinking through. I'm going to go ahead and check these two off. And then on restaurants, we ordered pizza again as a family. Same thing we ordered the previous week, so it's the same price, $64.44. The reason I ordered it on Thursday and not Friday, normally Friday night is pizza night, is because on this Friday there was going to be snow, or there was snow that fell overnight. I don't remember which. It's all a blur right now. My fear was if somebody came to the house or delivered to the house, that they could get hurt, or they may not do deliveries or whatever because of bad weather and stuff like that. So this day was pretty good, and we just swapped Friday night pizza night with Thursday. I do that every once in a while. It's either Thursday or Saturday. We'll swap if something is not convenient or not working out well. So that's that. I don't have to total there. And then miscellaneous. My husband had an appointment with one of his VA doctors. Now, my husband was active duty for 20 years and then a contractor for 5 years, so 25 years with the Navy on deployments and, shore duty rotations and stuff like that. But there's some things he's still working through that he had experienced when he was active duty, and he's trying to work through it. So his VA doctor recommended a book. The title of the book is called The Body Keeps the Score, and I'll show it to you here on the screen. And it's the brain, mind, and body in the healing of trauma. So there is some trauma that has happened. I think every military person on some level has had some kind of trauma, whether it's low level, what we would consider like a minor trauma, to a high level PTSD kind of trauma. So this book, my husband's already started listening to it. I think he's in chapter 3, and it's already sparked amazing conversations. Things are clicking, and he's understanding his behavior and responses and stuff like that. So if you know somebody that's going through trauma, apparently this might be a really good book for them. But just keep in mind that not every tool works for everybody, but we're having good results. So, and we just got started. So I don't know, he hasn't completed it. So just know that it's a good start, and this is what we bought. We bought the audio as well as the book itself digitally, and we can download it and listen to it and all the things. So that was the Audible and Kindle, and that was $13.77 and then $15.89. I don't have memberships, and I don't plan on getting them because this is probably all I'm going to spend on Audible and Kindle this year. So that's a lot less than having the monthly fee. We're just not big book readers, and right now I'm going through the Bible in a year chronologically through, what's it called? The Bible Recap, which is an awesome program. I found it on my YouVersion Bible app, and it's a Bible plan that you can do for free and download and all the things, so that's really cool. This Amazon order, I'm trying to think, what did I get for $18.01 that I needed that was miscellaneous? So what I ordered was a file box. It's just a plastic box. You put file folders in, and I need to put this year's bills and the taxes that we're getting ready to do, and I need a place. I don't have a filing cabinet anymore, so I need a place to put them and make them kind of stay together and keep them organized. So I bought a file box for $18.01. I could have got it at Staples or whatever here. I think it'd been, not Staples, Office Depot. It would have been a little more expensive, but I can wait. I don't need it right away. I don't really have a lot of papers yet, but I do want it as the months go on because those papers are going to start building up. So I always keep any invoices, like repairs to vehicles, or what else do I keep? bills that come to the house, like our water bill, our electric bill. I have all those in paper that come to the house. The file box is just for me to keep organized if I need information for tax reasons, or if I just need to go back and look at something, if there's a dispute on a charge or anything like that, I have a place to go and find the paperwork on that. So miscellaneous 1376, is that right? 77? Whoops. Plus the 1589 plus the 1801. All right, so that gave me $47.67. Next thing I have, it's the last thing I have, is copay. I picked up allergy medicine for my son. It was a prescription. It was only $1.88, so that's what we got there. And that is all the spending we did. It was not a lot. Now, I do have 2 bills that came through on my, I kind of miss my bill calendar now, but I gotta get used to not having it. But I had 2 bills that came in. One was the HP Inc., and then the other one was the YouTube Premium. So these 2 here came through, and that is all the bills that went to the credit card. And I kind of highlighted all the bills that went to the credit card here. I probably won't do that next time. I'll probably do something different next month. But I always like to mark what are my credit card. Here's my monthly view on that. Transactions as far as the bills. There's only a handful of them, so I need to come up with a better system. I didn't like the way that looked. But let's go ahead and total these 2 numbers up, and we can figure out how much we owe the credit card and pay back all the spending that we've done for the week and the bills. So we have $32.33. And I'm going to add these back up. 188 plus 47.67 and 64.44, 139.22, and that is $285.54. All right, so that's what we're paying back the credit card. Now let's look at my credit card. I track it back here. So a funny thing about my credit card tracking, I realize I put this Papa John's in twice and I shouldn't have. So I'm going to put X's here so I know they belong together. But I took it out here, shouldn't have charged it, or shouldn't have tracked it here, and then I removed it here. So this is not actually a payment. This is actually me crediting this back because I shouldn't have put it there. This was a payment I made for my sinking funds, it was actually out of my home sinking funds. So I hopefully soon, it says February 6th, my phone should be shipped. I ordered an iPhone 6 Plus, not the Pro, but the Plus. And this is an iPhone 11 Pro Max. So this one is not working properly all the time. It doesn't always ring. It's got a lot of glitches in it, and I just really can't rely on it. And I'm constantly checking it, and it's driving me crazy. So what I'm going to do, what I did was to go ahead and order a new phone. I had to pay a fee of $55.80. I took that out of a sinking fund here. Was my home sinking fund because I consider my phone as the home phone number. So anytime my husband or my sons fill out paperwork, they want to know what the home number is separate from their cell phone, they use my phone number. We've always done that. We've always considered my number as the home phone number. That way, if there's questions or they can't get a hold of them on their phones or whatever, they can always call mine as a backup. So I took it out of the home maintenance, even though it's not really a home maintenance. I needed to take it out somewhere. And then next billing cycle will be $35 more for my AT&T bill to activate it. And then it's going to be raising my AT&T bill. About $10.99 a month, I think. So right now, AT&T is $286.13. This went up just a little bit. Keep changing it. And so this is going to be closer to $300. And By October, though, my son's phones will be paid off. And so that should drop down back in October, and everything should be okay going forward and make things a little easier. My Geico actually dropped for over $20, which was nice. And I didn't even have to do anything. So I don't know what that was about, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and do the numbers for the weekly check-in part. We're going to see how much money we have for the rest of the month now that we know how much to pay the credit card back. I haven't paid it back yet. I'm going to do that when I get off the camera here and make a payment to the credit card. But you know, $285.54. I think that was really awesome that we had a really low spend. I hate that it was forced upon us by the winter weather, but that's okay. I'm not a very wintry weather person, but this is unusual for this area. We normally don't get a lot of snow and cold weather like this. Let's track the numbers. Now, I forgot to put the budget for the week, which is $1,050.37 for grocery household. These numbers are coming from up here. So I'm just going to write these down and I will be right back. Okay, here's all the balances already put here, and we're going to write down what we spent. So grocery household was $139.22, and we're going to write out what that is. $1,050.37 minus the $139.22. That leaves $915 left over in the budget to spend in the category for grocery household. So I have plenty of money to go through the next 2 weeks, which would be about $455 a week, and that looks really, really good. So having a low spend week in the middle of the first month of the year, really good. It's working really well. So the next thing I have is restaurants, $64.44, and we had $405. This is the area where we really struggle on spending, but because we're so conscious of the weather right now and things like that, that we're just not spending nearly as much in eating out. And it shows that we can do it if we really want to cut back. $64.44, and that gives me $340.56 divided by 2 weeks. That's plenty for the rest of this month. We're good to go. I have talked about my father-in-law coming to visit. We have canceled that. We're like, we want the snow to go away before we go pick him up and let him stay for a weekend or whatever. I would love for him to come and visit with us, but I just don't like driving in cold weather like this and icy conditions. If the temperature was above freezing and I didn't have to worry about ice on the roads, I would feel much better. So $132.70 minus minus the miscellaneous that we spent for $47.67, and that is, I forgot to write the number down, $47.67. That gives us $85.03 divided by 2 weeks. It's about $42.52 a week, and that we're just going to have to make it work and pay attention to what we're spending and if we actually really need everything that we're spending. So there's that. Next I have copay, and the copay, well, I have zero in gas. That's next on my list. Haven't bought any gas and don't really need to. So we still have $194.72, and then copay $75. So $75 minus the $188. I do have two more prescriptions that we're getting this week after this check-in, so this will change, but $1.88 is what I spent yesterday, and $73.12 for the rest of the month. No appointments this month, and so that should be plenty for the whole month. This zero, because we have no money to spend extra out of the buffer, the checking account, and so we're going to leave that there. And this is where we are for the rest of the month. So it looks like we're doing really good. The snow has made us not spend, and that's really good. And we are set for the rest of the month if we need to stock up on groceries or household items. I know there's some things I need to pick up, and I'll be starting a grocery pickup. I do grocery pickup right now just because I don't want to go in the store and touch all kinds of things and walk by people who are coughing and get sick. I actually got COVID just going to the grocery store and coming home one day this time last year, and I'm just afraid to go inside the store. So I basically go ahead and order my groceries and pick them up. My grocery store doesn't deliver, the one I use. So I pick it up, and that way I'm not walking around the store, and I appreciate them working and doing that. So now that I've written all the budget items down for week 3, the only other thing I made note of here that I wanted to show you guys was this last transaction. Right here it says $181.40 was added to the debt. So originally the debt was sitting like at $1,600. It brought it back up to $1,800, and I'll show you what I made note of. So now this is a new vacation debt. And this is a vacation. It's kind of a vacation. This is a birthday trip for a little boy who's turning 1 year old with a family that we really love, and it's a spring vacation. It's like spring break vacation. We're going to Virginia Beach, where we just moved from, to visit this family and his first birthday. I booked a hotel at the Fairfield Inn in Virginia Beach, and this is the hold they put on my credit card. I can cancel up to 3 days before, I think is what it is. And so if I had to, I can get the money back if we cancel the trip. But we're going to spend 4 nights in a hotel, me and my husband, and it's just me and my husband. We haven't gotten away on our own since before we had kids, and my oldest is 26. So we really haven't spent time alone. Maybe a couple days here and there where they stayed with the family, but we were always in the middle of a move when we did that, so I don't really count that. At that point, you're just too exhausted from the move to enjoy like a weekend, but this is like a mini vacation. We're going to visit our church that we went to in Virginia Beach and see our church family there. But I did add it to the vacation debt because I don't know where this money's coming from. I really, really don't. So I'm hoping and praying God blesses us and helps me figure out how to do this. But I know it's important for us to go on this vacation. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And that is everything as far as the weekly check-in, new charges, and stuff like that for the budget. And that's all I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
I'm looking up from my window. Sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut